everyone, this is Sharon from Sharonatsea, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about cruising with kids. That's right. A lot of us love to cruise and a lot of us have kids. Should that stop us from cruising? No, it shouldn't. You know, some people may choose to leave their kids at home because they want to take an adult vacation, which is perfectly fine. Although others like to bring the kids along and make it a family vacation. And then there are also people that maybe want to leave their kids at home, but maybe they don't have anyone to watch them, so they bring them along. Whatever the case is, we have always cruised with our son since he was young, little baby, 13 months old, so we cruised through all of the toddler years. And I have tips that I am going to share that helped us quite a bit when we were sailing when he was little, and I'm hoping they'll help you as well. All right, number one, and probably the most important in my books, is try to keep them on a similar schedule to what they are used to at home in regards to sleeping and eating. When kids get tired, they miss their nap times, they stay up late, they don't get enough sleep. You know what happens? They get cranky, but sometimes they take their crankiness out in different ways, like meltdowns. Any of you parents out there who have ever experienced a meltdown knows what I'm talking about. We experienced this only once, and that's all it took to catch on, and that was we were in Mazatlan one time when our son was about 3. We just went strong all day long. He didn't sleep, he missed his nap, and by the time we got back on the ship, he started having a tantrum, crying, and it took us forever to get him settled down. And after that, we learned we never missed him having a nap, and we always made sure that whether he slept in the stroller maybe when we were out on a port day or whatever the case was, we always made sure he was able to get a little bit of shut-eye, at least for a little while. Sea days is a little easier to do this. You know, you can bring him back to the cabin at any time, put him down for a nap. Another tip is sometimes it's nice to have a balcony when they're little like that, because then you can go sit on the balcony while they're taking their nap, and at least, you know, you can relax as well and you're not kind of stuck in the cabin with them. But that's another tip. Anyways, so try to do that. Keep them on a schedule. And when it comes to eating, try to keep them on a similar schedule to at home of what times they eat. If they're used to getting up in the morning, eating first thing, maybe you're on the cruise and you want to hang around the cabin a little later in the morning and don't want to rush out to the main dining room or the buffet to eat, order room service. Have it there for them so they can, you know, have some cereal or whatever they're used to, have something to eat in the morning. And then go out later and eat again if you want, but have stuff there for them so they're able to eat at their scheduled times. Because when kids get hungry, they don't understand, you know, they just know they're hungry, and once again they get cranky. So feed your kids on schedule, and that'll save you a lot less hassles. And elaborate a little bit on when you're off in port. Like I said, you know, if you have a stroller, they can kind of sleep in the stroller, take a little nap while you're in port. So that's gonna lead into my number 2 topic, and that is bring a umbrella stroller, a small one. You don't have to bring a huge stroller, but bring a small umbrella stroller or a baby carrier. Now, when they get to be more of a toddler, a baby carrier, they can be a little heavy to carry around sometimes. And keep in mind, in Caribbean ports, when it's humid, where it's really humid, you're both gonna be really hot and sweaty, and it's just not gonna be a real comfortable thing. So I would highly suggest an umbrella stroller if you're going to the Caribbean especially, and make sure it has an top on it enough where it's going to cover them and they're going to get some shade, a little shaded area, so that they can nap freely. Maybe one that adjusts and the back goes down slightly or something, you know, just that way they can relax, be comfortable, and get a little nap in. And also, if they're used to sleeping with a special toy or a little blankie at night, make sure you bring those. You'll thank me for it later. They'll go to sleep much easier at night. And number 4, when you're getting off in port, bring a few snacks for your child. Don't assume that the port's going to have snacks your child's going to like. Bring a few familiar things, you know, maybe bring some things from home that are prepackaged, you know, some like little boxes of cereal or cereal bars, fruit snacks, crackers. All right, number 5, take advantage of the open play times in the kids clubs. This is a great opportunity to kind of burn some energy off and let them play. It's for kids that are not old enough to attend the kids clubs on their own without their parents. So you can go in there, hang out with your kids, and play with all the toys and just have a good time. Number 6, and this is one of the most important ones as well. Bring any over-the-counter medication or prescription medication that you are going to need for your child. Over-the-counter medication is not always readily available on the ship. Some cruise lines don't even carry children's medications, and if they do, it is very costly. So make sure you have what you need. Bring some of the standard things like Tylenol, Advil, maybe some cold medicine. Those are the types of things we always bring when we go on a cruise. And also when my son was younger, and even I still do this sometimes, but I bring a little digital thermometer. That way if someone gets sick, you can take their temperature, you know, and you never know. There's a lot of germs on the cruise ship, and you never know when you're gonna catch a bug. So just be prepared. All right, number 7, if your child is gonna be still sleeping in one of the cribs on board, most cruise lines will just use like a regular big king sheet and kind of tuck it under. Well, it can get kind of messed up and bunched up and not that comfortable. So bring like a portable crib sheet with you from home. That way your child may sleep a lot more comfortable. It will feel like home and smell like home, and you'll both get a much better night's sleep. And number 8, most cruise lines do have some life vests on board nowadays, but if you're going off the ship into port and you're going to have a beach day, you're going to want a life vest for your child if you plan to get in the water. So make sure you bring your own. Enjoy the beach, the pool, off in the ports with your child, and stay safe. Number 9, if your toddler is not potty trained yet and they are still in diapers, make sure you bring plenty of diapers. Bring at least 2 or 3 extra days worth of diapers, and you know, you're going to plan on changing them maybe a little more than what you would at home. They're going to be in a different area. You may go through more diapers. They may eat some things that don't agree with them. Their tummies may get sick. So just keep all those things in mind when you're traveling with kids. And also, you know, I've never seen the diapers sold on a cruise that I've been on in the gift shops. I have not seen it. So if you did need to purchase some, you would probably have to purchase them in ports. So you'd have to find a port that sold them and probably pay the price to go along with it. But just keep in mind, bring plenty of diapers. You don't want to be the mom running around the ship trying to borrow a diaper from someone, and you never know what's going to happen. So be prepared. And lastly, number 10, this is another important one. Do not stress out. Things are going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. That's inevitable when you're traveling with kids, but just go with the flow. That's all you can do. Have a good time. Don't stress over anything. Take a lot of pictures, make a lot of family memories. One of our favorite cruises was our son's first cruise when he was a baby. He was young. Those are the times you're going to really remember. So make sure you cherish those memories. And if you have any great traveling or cruise tips when traveling with a toddler, please post them in the comments below to help all of our other families out there. And until next time, happy cruising.